Hello and welcome to Makeshift Minis. Today I'm going to be making a zombie. Since I already made a lich and a skeleton, I decided to add to my growing undead horde. I didn't do anything too complicated, but I certainly had fun. I start by straightening out a paperclip as I usually do to make the armature. I also grabbed some leftover wire from previous projects just in case. The first part of the armature I make are the legs by bending a wire around my pliers. Using my pliers, I bend a hook onto the end of a wire to use as an anchor point for the legs. The frame of the zombie is based off the skeletons, which I suppose is appropriate. To make the ribs, I cut up a strip of plastic into small squares. Using a pair of scissors, I round the pieces of plastic and then cut in a notch. To finish the ribs, I cover the edge of the plastic in hot glue. Using hot glue, I secure 3 sets of ribs to the spine of the armature. Once they're in place, I begin filling out the back of the mini with hot glue. Once the glue is cooled off, I jam a wire through to make the arms. With the frame of the mini finished, I can start posing the zombie. Once I find a pose I like, I can start adding details. I use toothpicks and hot glue to make the zombie's long bones. I find the best way to add details is working layer by layer. With that in mind, I use porcelain clay to flesh out the zombie, starting with giving him intestines. I bulk out the arms with clay while trying to blend in the exposed bones of the forearm. Silicone tools are helpful to work on clay that I can't reach with my fingers. While I continue to add clay to the zombie, I purposely leave some areas with gaps. I'm making a shambling undead, and they don't tend to be in the best condition. And now for what I'm really proud of, sculpting the head. After roughing out most of it with my fingers, I use sculpting tools to shape the face and give the zombie a discernible eyes, nose, and mouth. After I'm done with the head, I work on other areas like the chest, calves, and feet. It's unfortunate that adding some of these details covered up some of the bones, but I think the end result was worth it. With a little bit of superglue, I attach the zombie to a bottle cap for a base. After priming the mini red, I paint all the exposed bones such as the ribs and forearms a base coat of brown. I give the zombie a heavy dry brush of dark blue. I find this helps give exposed gore a more vascular look. As a bonus, it cuts down on the shine from the glossy primer. To get a good flesh tone, I mix yellow, pink, and an off-white. I then dry brush, focusing on the chest, arms, and legs while trying to avoid the intestine. For the next layer, I use a similar mix using pure white instead of an off-white. Layering lighter flesh tones really helps give the zombie a ghastly pallor. With most of the painting done, I lightly dry brush the bones in antique white. Now, I could have stopped here and been satisfied with a great zombie mini, but I decided to go a little bit further. Using pieces of tissue paper and watered-down PVA glue, I make rags for my zombie to wear. With some creative uses of toothpick and tweezers, I weather and tear the paper. Once the paper dries, I give the pants a base coat of dark blue. I'm careful to avoid exposed skin because dark colors really show up well on lighter ones. It took me a minute to decide on what color to paint what was left of the zombie's shirt, but eventually I settled on a yellow. Once the base coat is dry, I carefully dry brush an off-white on the shirt to bring out the textures and give it an aged look. A quick dry brush of sky blue really helps weather the pants. With the mini finally complete, I paint the base black. Once I finish the base, it's on to the glamour shots. I'm really happy how this thing came out. The head and hand alone are reason enough, but together with how rotten the whole thing looks, I really think it shows how far I've come. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Take care, be well, and until next time.